With my hands, I make a hole in the dirt. The burial site is any mouth which calls me out of my name. Negra, Prieta, Mayate, or doesn't name me at all. Ariana, a Greek name, meaning holy. Say it in English or Spanish, and my body does not disappear. 2015 was the first year in which Mexico included Afro-Mexicans in the national census, despite having been a country for over 500 years. And I don't know whether to blame white tears, or the first tree pulped for paper, or the ocean, or God, or gold, or the whip and holy book, or las siete partidas, colonial laws stating the children of enslaved black men and free indigenous women would be born free. And because most of my grandparents' country thinks this happened so long ago that I cannot possibly exist, the man at the carniceria speaks to me in English, even though I started the conversation in Spanish, and the number of times I've been asked if I'm Puerto Rican when I grew up in a Mexican neighborhood 3 hours from the border. I take a good look at the census, document that mocks me, holder of indisputable truth, a white man in his measuring tape, blood counter, fraction distributor, half this, quarter that. My body is not an equation. Mathematics are for colonizers. My body is a legacy of burying what cannot be reckoned with. Forget that black people have been in Mexico as early as the conquest, the first African slave in 1519 brought by Cortez, Esteban, the black slave in 1520 who drew the first map of Texas, Vicente Guerrero, the black president of Mexico in 1829 who issued the Emancipation Proclamation. But I guess it's complicated when a country that wants to believe itself mestizo cannot account for each kink, ash, and West African accent swaying near the coast. It's easier to call them liars, ghosts. The 2015 census counted 1.4 million Afro-Mexicans centered on the Costa Chica. The population was likely undercounted because Afro-Mexicans have never been asked to identify themselves before. I take every cautious eye, whispered slur, throw them in the fire they deserve. Take every hand out of my hair, every, you don't look Mexican. Every time I lost my accent and thought I lost myself too. I push it all into the earth, urge it to transform, and out of my mouth falls my stumbling Spanish. Today, I don't apologize for its awkwardness. It's complicated. So I build a righteous grave, hold the census in its ancient ink, stain my fingers as black as God will let me. And I bury the census while singing my ancestors' songs. No one should need a piece of paper to prove they belong.